Good evening, esports fans. This is Bang on My Drums here to bring you week one, match number one in season 5 of the PMAOWL Alpha Overwatch League. Tonight's contest will feature two new captains on two brand new teams. Fox M back in the captain's chair with his storied name Fat H. Perhaps an interesting homage to previous Fat H's that were more drawn out acronyms for those of you in the know. And newcomer captain facing down against him tonight is Macho Man helming Dirt Man. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get the joke, but I'm here for it regardless. And joining me in the booth this evening, we have Slaying Beast, and on cameras will be the esteemed Fox McCumulus. Gentlemen, welcome to the shit show. So glad to have you aboard. We are just waiting for map selection, I believe. We already have lineups.
Yeah.
And speaking of seeing people's returns as far as captains go, we've got some returning members of teams here who haven't been in the league in quite some time, namely Iron Brew and Flame Chaser on Dirtman. Those are a couple of names I can't remember saying for many, many moons now. And I'm very excited to see them back in league play, doing the thing. Slaying Beast, looking at these lineups tonight, what's on your mind? What are you thinking? Got any predictions for the first map once they decide which map it's going to be?
I do think that Flame Chaser being back in the league is quite big, actually. I mean, that's a tank player that a couple seasons ago was considered to be one of the better tank players available. I mean, obviously, his Reinhardt is arguably the best in the league that we have. And I think on the other side, I mean, you got Foxen and Chaka. I mean, that's a dynamic duo as it is. So I think we might see some highlights, but I do think that Joey's going to have his hands full tonight.
And speaking of having their hands full, the first map tonight is going to be Numbani, which that's a bold strategy, Cotton. I would never have expected Numbani to get picked right out of the gate. I mean, it's just not what I would have expected. I mean, it's a map that I feel like is pretty. I feel like among most people I know, it's a universally reviled map.
I would definitely argue that PMA doesn't really favor Numbani. I think it's one of the maps we don't see very much of, mostly because you can't play most of your main tanks. You're forced to play like Dive, and Dive's just not very popular in PMA. I'd argue mostly we see Rush and Brawl, so it should be interesting to see what teams come up with here strategy-wise.
Yeah, well, knowing Bo Dangle, I'm fully expecting him to roll out on the Doomfist. Him and Fox M and oddly enough, Iron Brew and Macho Man play together all the time in Fox M's server, and I know for a fact Bo Dangle plays a lot of Doomfist, so I'd imagine that's what we're going to see. Flame Chaser also plays a Doomfist, but I feel like on whoever's on defense first, I feel like, especially if it's Flame Chaser, I feel like we're probably going to see him on the Reinhardt, honestly.
I'd be surprised if it was anything but Ryan, truthfully.
Indeed. But we've got our first map. It's going to be an interesting choice, just waiting for the R's from the captains to let us know that they're ready to get things started. And while I'm at it, let's get a little prediction going here. If I could remember how the commands work in Twitch. There we go. Start prediction. Who will win the first map of the season? It's anyone's guess right now. And we're going to see if it's going to be Fat H or Dirtman. So place your bets with all those fun little brew bucks, folks. We're going to give it 2 minutes on the clock. And we got a little newcomer here rooting for Fleeblebop. So, okay, we've got our R's, and away we go. Come to think of it, now that you mentioned Slaying Beast, I don't think we saw Numbani at all last season. At least not in any of the games I played, for sure, and not in any of the games that cast.
I've definitely not seen Numbani in at least a season, so it should be interesting to see with the first map of our season how they handle Numbani. It's certainly going to be an interesting look for both teams.
Well, I am very excited to see what everyone comes out on here. Flame Chaser on the Roadhog. That's actually always kind of been a bit of a pocket pick for him. It's depended a bit on what team he's been on. But his Roadhog is nothing to sneeze at. So I'm interested. He's on attack first. Got Iron Brew on the Torbjorn. Drunkrat on the May. Okay, so they're basically just trying to run a brawl comp. They're just running the most obnoxious, spammy brawl that they can, minus maybe a Junkrat. And then Bodangle's on the Doomfist, just like I said. Chaka Khan on the Cowboy. Fox M on the other Cowboy. And we got some nice healing from Fanto and Fleeblebop with the Baptiste Kiri combo. That's going to be a ton of sustain.
We just got a Bastion and Venture swap, too.
Honestly,
what are they cooking?
I don't hate those swaps into a Doomfist, but they've got to be careful not to charge his block.
I mean, it definitely looks like they're relying on Flame Chaser to hit a hook and then just burn whoever he hooks. I mean, that's definitely not a bad strategy, especially against a Doomfist.
You see, already the Dynamite came out, and the Doomfist is just up there on high ground, just kind of harassing the Bastion, tried to walk up there by himself. I think Iron Brew kind of left the rest of his team, and they're all just going to walk on to point. Nobody's really paying attention to him. And now the supports are getting a little bit harried here by the Brig and the Roadhog as Bodangle jumps in, tries to punch. Oh, and there goes Macho Man right off the side. That is going to hurt, but Iron Brew managing to respond. Nice kill there. Fanto going down, but Flame Chaser out of the fight. I think Bodangle and company probably win this. And ooh, there's a nice Dynamite. City Owl with the exit pick. Run away! And she is going to try and does not make it. Oh man, that was so close to being the perfect play. She just waited a little bit too long to try and run off there after getting that kill.
Certainly not a bad first fight. I mean, everyone got a good amount of ult charge here. I just think that the hit scan on the side with Fox M and Shaka, I mean, they have so much high ground pressure. I mean, the other team's got to find some way to get them off this high ground.
It looks like they're just going to all walk up there together. We see Drunkrat switching to the Soldier instead of the, I think he was May before, so I definitely don't hate that. Oh, Macho Man getting shredded by Fox M. And here comes Bodangle, once again, just diving right into that high ground, getting some ult charge and running out. And now Fat H down to support as Bodangle kind of left his supports hanging out to dry a little bit, but he's going to kill Iron Brew for it. So not a bad trade, but down goes Fox M. Right now, Dirtman's even here with the losing the Drunkrat there. Flame Chaser trying to put the team on his back with some help from City Owl. And Bodangle is just going to harass her. And we see Flame Chaser's got his break back. He can try and make something happen with that trap and that punch with a follow-up from Shaka Khan. And there's just nothing that Flame Chaser can do. And right now it's a battle of ults, and Fat H has 4.
This is definitely an uphill battle for Flame Chaser. I mean, he's got to make a decision here. Do you stick hog or do you swap? And it looks like he's going to go with it.
I mean, he's 94% to ult, and if they are fast enough, they might get a second fight out of it if he doesn't get use out of his ult. And you see Bodangle just going to jump out early. Oh, nice little hook there, but didn't land anything. He's going to punch in, and they're going to try and blast him down, but the Meteor Strike is there. And they're just going to keep trying. Fanto ends up going down to the whole hog, but now Bodangle is just kind of sitting there waiting for his opportunity with the power block. And here comes Bob from Fox M. Down goes Bodangle. This may be the pick that Flame Chaser and company needed. Here comes the high noon from Shaka Khan. He can try and walk out. It's got the K-Rush to boot, so even more charge, and down goes City Owl. Macho Man still there on point, though. Iron Brew up on the high ground. Does apparently not want to take that duel against Fox M, and Shaka Khan helps follow that up. Down goes Macho Man. Fanto getting taken out. And that is not going to be enough. And it's some capture progress, but at this point, there's 20 seconds to go, and Flame Chaser's going to switch to Hammond, or Wrecking Ball, I should say. No? Okay, go to Orisa instead. I don't know if he's going to have touch swapping that Orisa.
It looks like Venture might get touch here, but fighting the Doom in the bottom.
And currently they do not have dig, and that is going to be 2 already down for Dirtman. And Macho Man trying to help his team get something here. Iron Brew did manage to get a kill on Fanto, but down goes City Owl. And that is round 1, a decisive defense from Fat H.
It's not over, though. I mean, getting a tick there is good. I mean, let's be honest. Numbani first point is one of the hardest to break for defense. I mean, there's still a chance for sure they can come out with this with a win.
And yeah, that. The fact that they got that 61.6%, that is something. It does give them a little bit of breathing room. Not much, but it's stranger things have happened in this league.
And might just be enough.
I've been there for some of them, like the map of Horizon Lunar Colony that simply would not end. Yeah, this was back in the days when we had a split league, and there were like 2 divisions, and my team, I think we went either 8 or 9 rounds on Horizon. Man. It was brutal.
That was before my time for sure.
Yeah, that was the first ever Magic Bang Bus. Those of you that remember that. Yeah, I need to bring that team back one of these days. So it looks like, okay, so Flame Chaser and company gonna run straight dive. Well, minus the Moira, but pretty dive heavy between Venture, Echo, Diva, and Mercy, which definitely a comfort pick there for City Owl. And Macho Man over on the Moira. So we're gonna, and we see we got Fox M on the classic Genji. Shaka Khan gonna run. He is gonna be a nuisance on Sombra. And Bodangle just sticking with that Doom Fist, which I'm not at all surprised to see on attack here.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna see how Shaka plays this. I mean, if he gets a big hack here, the whole thing could just fall apart instantly. So
really good, and we see he's got a couple of decent targets there. He's got Iron Brew that he can look at. He's been taking his sweet time. Right now, Flame Chaser just trying to get a little aggro, as Fat H kind of in 3 different places here right now, and Bodangle ends up not using his punch, and he charges up the scary punch and just punches out. It looks like Shaka Khan has not yet really managed to harass too much. Oh, now he's on to City Owl, and down goes Fox M, but City Owl getting taken out. That is a big trade. And oh, down goes Shaka Khan. Fleeble Bop was there, tried to teleport to Sombra, but just couldn't quite make it. And Fox M's gonna get rezzed. Bodangle's gonna make another punch and miss, dives right back in. Down goes Iron Brew. Flame Chaser manages to take Bodangle out though, so right now still more or less stabilizing here. Oh, down goes Fleeble Bop. Flame Chaser just all over the kill feed right now. All over the map. Solid plays here from Flame Chaser.
And he got 4 melees. All punches. That's crazy.
That was definitely something that we'll have to try and remember to 4 melee kill. I agree, Flatbed Fred. That is insane.
It's definitely rare.
That's odd, if nothing else. And, oh, we see Bodangle's gonna dive in, takes up Macho Man. That's a huge pick to start things off. Right now, Flame Chaser just chasing down this Sombra. Down goes Fleeble Bop in the chaos there. And oh, down goes Drunkrat. Here comes the Dragon Blade. And see, he got some Genji v Genji action here. As Iron Brew copies, and Fox M ends up going down. Shaka Khan is on point after taking out Macho Man here, but he's probably not going to have too much time to survive here, as Flame Chaser just chases him down. And still managing to hold 0 capture progress right now for Fat H. This has been a solid hold by Dirtman.
We're just getting in really dangerous territory here. I mean, we have an EMP from Shaka, but it might not be enough. I mean, all the support ults are coming online for both sides. They can be very close to this next fight.
Yeah, that 3 seconds of silence might be enough. It might not. We're going to find out. And here's the Meteor Strike followed up with the EMP. Drunkrat popping the... I forget what Venture's ult is even called. And Phantom managing to res Shaka Khan after he got picked off there. Fleeble Bop, no teleport. Right now it's just chaos all over point. Iron Brew getting rezzed here by City Owl. And just trades left and right. Shaka Khan goes down, but so does City Owl. Down goes Phantom. Iron Brew not taking any prisoners and not saying die yet. He's still there on point. Jumping around. They've got a Bastion on point. Iron Brew goes down. Drunkrat trying to help his Diva stay in the game here. Down goes Fox M. Down goes Bodangle. The hold is still there. Macho Man comes back with a coalescence to keep his team in the game. And 40 seconds to go and still 0 percentage for Fat H.
Oh man, that was a crazy fight. I mean, Fox M has a pulse bomb. He has to hit somebody of this. I mean, maybe Bastion. That's maybe your best bet.
And I think neither of the supports can get out of it pretty easily. Well, I think if he sticks the Mercy, it's over.
Oh, definitely.
And we see Shaka Khan now back onto the Cowboy, and he's going to get kind of punched in there by Bodangle. Got himself a little bit of a situation. Oh, and... Oh, man. The Pulse Bomb was big. The bomb is... The squish is bigger! Shaka Khan goes down. Fanto is out of the fight. Macho Man goes down. They're still trying to hang on here. City Owl getting bullied right now by the members of Fat H that are there on point. It's just Flame Chaser by himself, 3-on-1. He is trying to hang on as best he can. Oh, a huge cleanse to those Echo Stickies from Fleeble Bop, and that is going to allow Fat H to get some capture progress. Macho Man is there touching, but he's not going to hang on for long. Drunkrat's there, stuck, and that is map 1 going to Fat H. What a close fight.
Man. I mean, that was just well played by both sides. I mean, last second fight, that Pulse Bomb killing the Bastion 2 was absolutely insane. You lose all that damage. I mean, what do you just do after that?
Yeah, that was a real tough one, but it was a valiant effort by Dirtman.
Ooh,
we saw them really come together towards the end there. And that is going to be map number 1 in the books, folks. Fat H up by a score of 1-0. And I don't know what next map is going to be. Because the way that the maps are picked this season is that the mode does not matter. The captains just pick a map of a mode that has not already been played and go from there. So it could be literally anything. And we will find out shortly. And it looks like we're going to also have a couple of little swapperoonies here for Dirtman. Macho Man's going to put himself on the bench. We're going to see Liam Griffin joining the fray on DPS, with Drunkrat moving over to support. And
interesting.
You see here. So yeah, losing team will pick next map. So that means that Macho Man will be picking our next map tonight. And we'll get that all lined up shortly. Because we don't know what map type is coming just yet. Might need to play around with the teams on the stream a little bit. We will find out sooner or later.
I think it'll be interesting to see what map we get next. I mean, you already lose Gambani, which is your hybrid. So there's no King's Row now. There's no Hollywood, and there's no any of those hybrid maps. So I mean, maybe we see an escort next. I mean, no one really wants to go to push if they can avoid it. So
I unabashedly like push.
I only like one of the maps, but I just think push is a little bit not in anyone's favor right now as far as teams go. As far as I watched that first point, I mean, it doesn't seem like anyone necessarily wants to brawl. It looks like we're getting a little bit more creative into dives, which might be more interesting for other maps.
Well, we're going to be starting off on Liam Griffin's favorite map, Liamjang Tower.
Liam Griffin Genji. I'm calling it now.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it. I think it's going to depend a bit on what exactly Ironbrew chooses to play. But we've got the R from Macho Man. And just waiting on Fox M. And we will be rolling right into some classic PMAOWL Lijiang Tower action. And we'll get another prediction going while we're at it.
I think this one will be just as close as the last one, to be honest with you. I mean, both these teams showed that it's not over till it's over. I mean, they didn't quit till the last second. So I think we're about to see a pretty intense match here.
I certainly hope so, because it makes it much more interesting to cast. And here we are, Lijiang Tower. Oh, cool. We're starting off in the night market during the day. Day market, if you will. Fighter of the night market. Champion of the sun market. Etc. Karate something or other. Anyway, Let's see what we're going to have. I imagine Bodangle's going to keep playing the Doomfist. I was right. Flame Chaser switching to his classic Reinhardt. We got Iron Brew in the Symmetra. Low-key very scary during old League play when he used to play DPS. You put him on Sim, and he's just kind of a menace.
And Sim's not bad now either. Pretty strong with the beam.
And you called it, Slaying Beast. We've got some Genji action from Liam Griffin.
I'm excited for this.
And we've got similar here. Oh, we got Shaka Khan on the Sim, but is he going to do that, or is it just to teleport his team out and then swap?
Oh, he's walking out.
No, okay, they're speeding in. They're doing the strategy. And it looks like his team makes it second, and Fleeblebob gets picked off fast. So does Fox M. Iron Brew did fall in the chaos there, but City Owl, but Bodangle's not gonna last long, and poor Phanto off by themselves. And Flame Chaser manages to catch the pin. Oh, that is, as a fellow Reinhardt enthusiast, you love to see it. Oh boy.
Maybe a little ambitious, but I can respect it playing Reinhardt.
A little greedy, and the Sim teleporter's still up. But Shaka Khan goes down.
Oh, what a punch.
Oh man, the double environmental kill. That is brutal. And poor Drunkrat, he was there trying to hang on, and Flame Chaser just got a little greedy.
Just a tiny bit.
And here we go. Swapping things a little bit. You see Liam Griffin running the Reaper here. We've got we've got the teleporter coming up. Are they going to walk through it? No, they are not. It's a little fake teleporter action. Bodangle missing the punch. Liam Griffin walking in by himself and getting absolutely demolished. And Flame Chaser is kind of, off on the side, just playing around. See, Fox M got actually enviroed there by Drunkrat, but now with some of his team missing here, it's going to be a little bit difficult. And that's going to be another fight win for Fat H. And it seems like Dirtman's playing just a little bit disorganized here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they really got a plan going in. They're kind of just walking in as 5 people. Maybe try to tighten up a little bit here in this next fight.
See what happens. Looks like Flame Chaser trying to deal as best he can with that Symmetra. And Fleeblebob's getting a nice pick there on Liam Griffin. That's going to slow things down quite a bit here for Dirtman. Bodangle just trying to get himself some ult charge. It's like Dirtman doing the smart thing here, just kind of hanging back where they can't get poked for extra spam, while Flame Chaser waits for his 5th DPS player to show back up. And hold on, there's somebody on point. It's a Sombra. Oh, okay. So Iron Brew being a little bit crafty. There's a Shatter that came out. I'm not sure if that actually got anybody, but the Dragon Strike was pretty huge there from Fox M. Made the fight more or less even. And once again, Flame Chaser out of the fight here. It's 85% and counting. And right now, Bodangle getting that punch there on this Sombra. Down goes Drunkrat. And there's another punch from Bodangle. And he's gonna just be bullying people continuously here. Flame Chaser the only one on point. 99%. Oh, the sleep on Fox M. Nice. So a very well played round by Fat H, and I think Dirtman just needing to spend a little bit of time getting their bearings here and trying to decide what they want to do.
I mean, it just felt like everyone was on a different mission. I mean, we had Flame Chaser chasing Fox M. I mean, we had Liam Griffin walking in and trying to take on all 4 by himself. We just gotta have one straight plan. Maybe it'll work better next time.
And we see Shaka Khan sticking with a Symmetra here, and that's definitely going to be useful getting to that capture point here on Garden.
Liam Griffin switches to Pharah.
Definitely a solid pick for him. Okay, they're going to go double flyers.
Might be good. No hit scan on the other side, so.
Fox M's good Hanzo, but double flyers into Hanzo. Hanzo's still going to have a bad time. You see right now Bodangle just kind of punching around here is going to almost go off the map. Very nimbly played there by him. And Liam Griffin getting picked off early, but so does Bodangle. That's a huge pick. Right now, City Owl getting absolutely bullied by Fox M. And she's just pinned down. She can't really do anything, but Phanto's out of the fight now. So things are looking pretty good for, okay. And there we go. Dirtman managing to get their bearings here. The Doomfist on point by himself. Not for long. Flame Chaser bonks him to death. And there's a fight win for Dirtman. So they're they're starting to figure their situation out here. We see Liam Griffin swapping over to the Cowboy, because Cassidy is pretty damn skronk right now, if I do say so myself.
They definitely look a little bit more organized. You can see they're all kind of sticking a little bit closer. Looks like they're talking a bit more.
I think definitely City Owl needs to make sure she doesn't get caught out by Fox M, because I have a feeling Fox M is going to be gunning
Big
for her
shatter.
pretty hard. A huge shatter from Flame Chaser is a trade in Lucio's, but the follow-up on Flame Chaser shatter is more than enough to make up for it. And now Iron Brew going to run in on the Doomfist here with the copy. It might have been a little bit overkill with that particular ult. And Flame Chaser once again just got in too deep and did not have the support he needed to get out of there alive. City Owl just playing a little bit too far back and maybe a little bit isolated. And wow, I'm amazed Iron Brew didn't die there.
I thought for sure they hit the border. Like, I thought they were dead for sure.
And he managed to make it somehow. Now, Iron Brew trying to bully Fox M, but just a lot of responding picks here. And Flame Chaser going to get booped sideways and off the map. There's a nice little combo deal between Fanto and Bodangle with the boops. But honestly, if you're Dirtman, this is fine. You got a couple ults coming online. City Owl not too far from Nano. We got Beat. We got High Noon coming up pretty soon. Just got to make sure Liam Griffin doesn't get punched out of that. And a lot of ults on the side of Fat H. So, if anything, maybe you just go and drive. Just try to draw out a couple of ults. There's one. There's Meteor Strike. There's two. There's a lot of ults to kill one person. Honestly, okay. The B to engage, the wall, Mr. Gorbachev. Oh no. I think Iron Brew definitely wished he didn't put that wall up.
I think the nerves are getting to him just a little bit. We just gotta play a little more patient. Especially when you're already down 2, it seems like Beat maybe we could have saved.
Yeah, I think the Beat was definitely overkill. But here we are. We've got 2 ults online, almost 3. Flame Chaser can have that shatter in a matter of seconds here. Bodangle? Hello? I just watched him eat himself off the backside of the map.
I'll have to rewatch that later because I did not see that.
I think he was looking for perhaps a particular skybox or something that wasn't
What a pin.
that wasn't there or supposed to be. Absolutely heroic pin there from Flame Chaser, running down the ulting soldier.
Halfway across the map, just pinned straight in.
Listen, as a fellow Reinhardt enjoyer, I absolutely cannot tell you how much I love when that happens.
Absolutely. So
You just come out of nowhere and just execute Order 69. Thanks, Macho Man. Oh, so here we go. Fox M just trying to blast some people there, kind of using that Sonic to wrap around the side. Flame Chaser looking for his shatter. And there it is. He's going to solo shatter the Doomfist. And they're going to nano the Rhine now. And you can see, oh, that's going to flatten Fox. Down goes Fanto. Down goes Fleeble Bop. Flame Chaser just absolutely being enabled to hell right now. And that's going to be round number 2 going to Dirtman.
This is exactly what Dirtman needs. Like, that energy right there, if they can have that the whole game, there's no stopping Flame Chaser.
Absolutely. That was the kind of team play that you look to see. Just let Flame Chaser be an absolute menace. And you win you win the game, basically. Because the more they enable him, the more he's able to do. I think the one thing you saw in particular is that the less City Owl got bullied, the more Flame Chaser was enabled. So they had to focus on keeping a little bit more help for their supports and not letting City Owl get caught out so much like she did.
Oh, definitely. Well, there's a lot more peel there, too, on both sides.
Yeah. And, okay, Fox M's going to Genji. Decided, if it ain't broke, play Genji. And there's some nice little Reinhardt Fire Strikes fam to start things off. Shaka Khan, a man after my own heart on the Junkrat. And Flame Chaser's just going to go after him. Because he has this cool shift ability where he gets to just fly all over the map.
There he goes again. Oh my god.
Oh no. Flame Chaser dies for that, but big worth. If now Dirtman just needs to stabilize, need to call some targets, maybe take out this Lucio if they can. Oh, and down goes Fox M, another big pick here. City Owl goes down, but so does Fanto. It looks like Dirtman should be able to stabilize here. See, Iron Brew getting picked off, and so does Shaka Khan. It's so back and forth right now, and nobody has captured the point. And oh no, Flame Chaser, that's gonna hurt. I don't think Liam Griffin wins these. No, he does not.
Close fight though, both sides.
Close fight. I think Dirtman got a little too overeager, and they just needed to get that soft regroup. And they just never quite got that. Because they never were able to take care of the advantage when they needed it. And the big shatter, Fleeblebop getting absolutely bullied tonight. And now Flame Chaser Purple, he's trying to hang on. The tire gets Iron Brew, and I know he is upset about that. And here we go, once again, just solid team play from Fat H. And Big Purple, but just a moment too late. And that's a team kill for Fat H.
Oh man, that tire. It just has to feel bad. That's a feels bad moment. You just turn a corner and there's just a tire there waiting for you. Ugh.
Listen, fellow Junkrat enthusiasts can confirm any kills with tire is... Oh, what a sleep! And Fox M gonna get absolutely flattened, but I don't know if I necessarily like that trade, losing the Lucio there, but it looks like they're gonna have the space to get on the point. Flame Chaser gonna charge in. Fanto missing the sleep, gonna get Fire Strike to death. And now Bonangle is there by himself, slept again, and there's a solid fight win for Dirtman.
The more I watch Flame Chaser, I just realize he's just hitting off cooldown. I mean, there's just no stopping him. He's just go, go, go.
Yeah, listen, that has always been Flame Chaser's MO. Is just press maximum amount of W no matter what else is happening. And the beat. Just a second too late to save Flame Chaser. City Owl manages to take out Fox M, but goes down. Drunkrat is on point. It looks like he's going to try and stall for as long as he can, but not very long. 20... they'll get 30% here. And that will flip it back to Fat H. Shaka Khan yeets himself off the map? Question mark?
I mean, it just feels like Dirtman needs to slow down. Just play your game. Stop rushing so fast. They're all talented players. They just need to reel it in.
There's Doomfist once again, just kind of bullying their backline here. And then they're slowing down a little bit here. And there's a big pick on Fanto by Iron Brew with that bashing grenade. That's going to be huge. See now Flame Chaser just looking at this Junkrat. He wants him dead. Iron Brew went off the map, I guess? I'm not quite sure what happened there. I didn't see it.
Can't think of what else.
I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. And we see the Doom ult coming from Iron Brew from spawn. The tire coming after Drunkrat. That's going to take him out of the fight. And here comes the high noon. That is not going to matter. That is Fat H winners of map number 2.
Certainly some closer fights there, but it just seems like it didn't really reel it in map 3 at all.
And Flame Chaser coming in here with tonight's second play of the game with the choo-choo motherfucker flattening people with the hammer. Love to see it. Lighting up the kill feed. Those plays of the game, as always, brought to you by our official, unofficial sponsor, Brondo, the Thirst Mutilator. It's what plants crave. And that brings us to map number 3 here, folks. Fat H up by a score of 2-0. And looks like we've got ourselves a very interesting possible third map here. It did look like Dirtman actually did pretty well on dive, so I almost wonder if they might switch maybe over to something that lends itself more to that, like an escort map. Maybe we'll see some Rialto or Dorado or something like that. It seemed like they played pretty well into the dive v dive.
Definitely. I mean, I know Flame Chaser loves his Rhine, but it might be time to play that Diva. I mean, that Diva play on Numbani was really good today. I mean, I feel like you got to ride what was working.
Yeah, I mean, the Rhine definitely works, but at the same time, I think Rhine into Doomfist is a really tough matchup. Unless you're, consistently using up your charge to cancel his punch, which then is kind of tough because the punch is on a shorter cooldown, I think.
Yeah. I mean, also, the value of that Matrix for D.Va, I mean, you're eating all that damage that Fat H is throwing at you. I mean, I feel like that's very valuable when you got that Junkrat or that Ashe or that Cassidy. I mean, all these heroes that have burst damage, D.Va could really help soak it up, maybe keep City Owl alive just a tiny bit longer.
All right, so it looks like we're going to have Iron Brew running tank for the next map. We're going to have Drunkrat and Liam Griffin on DPS, and then the Flame Chaser Macho Man support line. And as you mentioned, Fox McCumulus, I don't know if chat can hear you or not, but we may see some ball. We may see the return of the infamous Iron Brew Wrecking Ball. Once a figure that terrorized the league.
I mean, I remember my first season playing against him. I mean, I did not know how to stop his wrecking ball. I'll just say it. He was so elusive, and he always got my supports. So this could be a really, really good spot. I mean, we'll have to see what happens, but ball could be really big for them here.
Yeah. And Flame Chaser's got a pretty solid pocket Ana, so that may just work out here. And we're just waiting on the map. Which, knowing that it's ball, I imagine it's going to be something like Dorado or Rialto. And, oh, yeah, it's Rialto. There we go. Called it. He needs plenty of good diveable spots, and he will have those in spades on Rialto. I imagine we're not going to see any swaps from Fat H. As far as I'm concerned, they're just like, hey, ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, their mobility as a team, they can play a lot of different things, but I don't know if Shaka might play Sombra if they play ball. I mean, it kind of worked on Numbani, but we'll have to see what he ends up playing here.
Yeah, I fully expect Shaka to run the Sombra into Dylan's ball because he hates Sombra with a passion, and he's going to want to get into Iron Brew's head.
Hey, it's certainly a strategy to win PMA games. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Hey, you know, it's either that or he's going to run May. But
Both
May
great choices.
May is less of a ball counter than she used to be, I think. But it's still anybody's game right now. 2-0 is not a death sentence. It is simply a hurdle.
I wonder what Flame Chaser's going to play on support. Or is he DPS? It looks like support, but...
He's support, yeah. So I was saying before, he's got a good pocket on it. Like, he plays that quite a bit. I've seen him play support from time to time in the league in the past. I definitely wouldn't count him out. It's definitely not his best role, but he's got a lot of time on Ana, a lot of Lucio time. So it's entirely possible that we may see some solid support action out of Flame Chaser tonight.
And yeah, it's your first game of the season. Try things new, figure things out. We're not in playoffs. Just figure it out. You have the whole season to worry about later.
Oh yeah, this is definitely, especially for a team like Dirtman. You know, they got some people who haven't been in league play in a while, and you got to get the training wheels back off. But you'll get there.
All that matters is you have fun at the end of the day too.
Oh
Can't take it all too serious.
Maximum memes, like Flame Chaser getting 4 melee kills in a row on a tank.
We're going to have to rewatch that later for sure.
Yes. I really hope somebody clipped that because that was
so too.
Wild. And so here we go. Rialto, we got Bodangle on the horse. Not something I would have...
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I would never have expected it. But,
no, especially after all that Doomfist play.
Oh, yeah, we've got a horse v horse matchup here.
Oh boy.
I am a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
I am too. We're about to see 2 people stand still and shoot.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Mauga v Mauga.
Yeah, that's true.
That to me is more boring than horse v horse. At least horse has like spin and the spear, and it's a kind of interesting. And
maybe some spears off the map.
Mauga is just gun. And there's nothing interesting about it.
Maybe cage once in a while.
Yeah. Oh, and there's the opening salvos of spears. Doesn't look like anybody got hit by them. So, there's that. Oh, Phanto on the Zen here. That's going to make Iron Brew's life very difficult.
They swapped Doom, too.
Oh, nice spear. Hits Fleeblebop. Oh yeah, Bodangle immediately swapping Doom when he sees what he's up against. And now Iron Brew's trying to take some space, but his team is just not with him. They're all just kind of hanging back here and gonna pretty much give up that first corner for free. And they're gonna just let themselves lose that high ground too. And now, oh no, Liam Griffin going down early. Shaka Khan with a lot of help from Bodangle just bullying him. And that is going to be... Oh, Shaka Khan goes down, but Flame Chaser out of the fight, too. So right now, still very much a disadvantage for Dirtman as Drunkrat manages to take out Fox M. He's been playing pretty solid tonight here on the Venture. Definitely making a lot of good plays. Oh, now... Oh, no. Iron Brew getting wombo comboed by Bodangle. And now he's just in the back line of Dirtman. There's not much that he can do about it. Drunkrat's there trying to hang on, trying to tank the point, but Shaka Khan goes Widow now. And he's going to start picking some heads as Bodangle cleans up. And Iron Brew is very alone right now. Let's see, are they going to let him get out? Okay, not entirely.
I mean, it looks like Shaka and Liam had a Widow dual agreement, but it looks like Shaka just didn't honor it. I'm not sure.
I don't think Shaka was playing Widow at the start. I think he swapped.
Yeah, but I mean, Liam seems Liam seems to think that he was supposed to play Widow.
Oh no, Drunkrat not able to dive fast enough to escape the Pulse Bomb. That hurts. Bodangle finally getting picked off. Finally getting punished here. Now, Iron Brew just chasing down Fox M. And honestly, knowing those two, yeah, okay, Iron Brew is now... Iron Brew wants blood. He's popping ult for one lonely Shaka Khan.
And shitting the ground.
Honestly, get wrecked, AJ. Like...
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know what else to say to that. That was so fun.
Yeah, I mean... That's just one of those plays you gotta do sometimes. Set the tone.
You gotta establish your dominance. And the Doom ult not gonna get anyone right away. There's a nano onto the horse here. As Bodangle is gonna tank most of it. Down goes Fox M to this skill orb. And now Iron Brew once again up a little bit far away from his supports, and he is going to die for it. Flame Chaser couldn't see him. They're just gonna let Bodangle take his little nap. I'm gonna try and get out alive. Flame Chaser does not make it. The snipe from Fleeblebop. With a little help from Shaka Khan too. I saw those Widow bullets. Little tracer rounds coming through. Speaking of Tracer, you got Fox M up on high ground. Probably looking for somebody to murder. And Liam Griffin does the opposite and murders him. Here we go. We've got the Venture ult coming out here. I need to remember what the hell that's called. And
I hear Dig Sight quite a bit, but I don't remember.
Well, yeah, because when you're on Venture's team, they say clearing out the dig site. But it's not the name of the ult.
Sure
it's like
call it.
Drunkrat, once again, some serious heroics here on the side of Dirtman, trying to help his team stall a little bit longer, but it's just not quite enough. And now Macho Man is in a lot of trouble here, trying to get away. Why'd he go that way? Well, that is unfortunate. Just faded the wrong direction, and oh, what a sleep! Okay, Fox M's absolutely getting bullied.
That's
yep, there
crazy.
it is. Yeah, honestly, even if Dirtman loses, I think the fact that they bullied Fox M this round is more than enough satisfaction.
Oh, absolutely. It's a moral victory.
And right now, Fanto just kind of looking at Iron Brew here with this... Oh, man, that Discord orb is pain. And Liam Griffin trying to hang on for dear life, and Macho Man's going to help him. And Drunkrat was there stalling the cart. They're going to be able to shave at least a minute off here, but that's still... Ooh, Liam Griffin
Liam.
just hitting these shots on Fox M right now. And Bodangle's going to get a little too big for his britches there and get shredded by Dirtman collectively as a unit. I think what Iron Brew really needs to focus on right now is just avoiding these Discord orbs, because every time he gets discorded, he just evaporates.
Oh yeah, I mean, Discord does so much for this team as far as damage goes. Like Fox doesn't have to do nearly as much damage just clipping somebody.
Yeah, and we see, you know, between Foxem and they've got the Cassidy now and the diving Doomfist, who's going to once again get purple shredded. Here we go. The result. He's just going after. He's just chasing shot. Oh, he does not make it out alive. Down goes Fleeblebob too. Iron Brew just chasing everyone here. Phanto is not long to this world. Foxem's still alive. Oh no! Jabo got back and did he go off the side? I think he went off the side. Well, either way, that's still a good fight win for Dirtman. They managed to shave off 2 minutes on what was initially a very massive time bank for Bad H here.
And they've got ultimates. I mean, this is probably best case scenario. I mean, you have 4 ults going against 5, but it's still pretty close as far as the ults you have.
I think the best thing you do is try and scare Phanto. Oh, Drunk Rat. 2 up, 2. Whoa, look at that sleep.
What a name.
Okay, and no kill for the Pulse Bomb, but the Meteor Strike is there to follow up. And Iron Brew goes down. They've still got 3 ults. Almost 4. Iron Brew can probably build Terra Surge quickly here. And that was Kitsune Rush used to win that fight. All that Bad H has left is High Noon and Transcendence. William Griffin's going to wait. He's got to wait for his tank. It looks like that Drunk Rat is going to be the one to make it first. And takes out the High Noon. Liam Griffin not able to get anyone, but there's the Transcendence. Huge Coalescence coming out from Macho Man as Drunk Rat fires the Venture ult. Bo Dangle is there trying to stall, trying to hang on, goes down. Fox M getting taken out as well. 1 minute to go, and what a save there from Dirtman. Really grabbing victory from the jaws of defeat on that one.
Oh man, we're back down to the scenario 1 ult versus 1 ult. Which one's gonna be bigger? I mean, Fox M really needs to get a support here. If he can get Flame Chaser out of this fight immediately, it'd be game over.
Yeah, it's gonna be game winning right there if he lands that stick. The Flame Chaser's better have his head on a swivel and hold on to that sleep. And he's gonna need it up, and there it goes. Fox M's not quite there yet. Oh, it's Liam Griffin going down early. That's gonna be a big pick. That's gonna be a lot of. Oh, the Pulse Bomb gets absolutely no one. But Flame Chaser dies anyway. But down goes Shaka Khan. The Terra Surge takes out a turret. You know what? I'll take it. It's something.
Hey, that's something.
And there's Drunk Rat just drilling people all over the map. Bodangle is by himself right now, and he's going to die. 4 seconds to go. There are no touchers for Fat H. And there's a big spear, and that is round number 1. Solid defense there from Dirtman.
Oh, man. I mean, that Pulse Bomb might have been a whiff, but that's still a very close fight, even without ultimates.
Yeah, it was definitely a tight race to the end there. And we saw quite a bit of action from both teams. I think Dirtman definitely has a chance to make something happen here if they can at least capture with more time, but it's going to be an uphill battle, and I think they just have to focus on their positioning, just not getting caught out.
Looks like we got another Widow duel coming, if I had to guess.
Okay, no, they're honoring it this time. They're both actually coming out on Widow.
I can respect it. You know, make it up for the first round.
I really should have done a prediction on who thinks gonna win the Widow duel, but it didn't occur to me until after I'd already set the prediction. So sorry, y'all. Next time I know we're going to Rialto, I'll do that prediction first. Make sure. Oh. Bodangle?
Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. I mean, he should be back in time, but.
Flame Chaser, new Doom spot. That's the second time tonight he's done that, where he did something. Oh no. Well, Liam Griffin tried. Fox M's gonna die here. Yep. And that is gonna be the end of him. And that's the end of Shaka Khan. Bodangle is back. Drunk Rat getting slept and immediately woken up, trying to bully some supports. He is going to die for it, but the cart is going to move. And Bodangle just kind of punching some walls here today. We see, oh, there's the Doomfist charging in again and bouncing back out. And oh, Phantom getting knifed there. That was almost really bad. Iron Brew on the Junker Queen being a real menace, but he goes down. Enough. The Flame Chaser and the Lucio gonna just scoot out and away. That cart continuing this push forward here. Oh, and Macho Man getting picked off. Shaka Khan over to the May. It's gonna be, yeah, those icicles, man. These new hitboxes on the projectiles. May is kind of a demon, more so than she already was. Let's be fair. Here we go. Iron Brew once again, just absolutely massacring Fox M there. Just walked right up to them and shot him in the face. Hit him with the knife. Good old Australian hello. Oh, and Flame Chaser getting picked off by Shaka Khan, getting some real nasty picks with these icicles. Oh, and there's a huge rampage. Fleeblebop goes down immediately. Bo Dangle not long for this world. An Iron Brew absolutely dominating on this Junker Queen right now. And down goes Fox M again. Where's the teabag? I want the teabags here, Dylan. I'm really sad we didn't get a teabag.
I mean,
All right.
really good first point. I mean, plenty of time on the clock, too, and they're still pushing.
Oh, well, that male is going to hurt. So Flame Chaser somehow didn't die from getting punched off the map there.
Yeah, he barely made it on that little ship.
That was pure luck. And there's your fight win. Drunkrat going down. Bodangle and company going to stand right on top of the cart. And they're just going to let everybody... Looks like Dirtman going to regroup here. And try and get themselves some positioning here. Bodangle is just sitting up there, waiting for somebody to punch into the river.
Uh-oh.
And Drunkrat's just going to kind of die.
They found him.
And there comes the Meteor Strike. Macho Man going to try and get out. Does not. Now Bodangle just getting all kinds of ult charge after taking that axe swing. Now, once again, Dirtman just kind of having to regroup. It looks like that shout might have been used a little early. Flame Chaser. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Shaka.
And he was purple, too, so he couldn't do anything about that. And here's the Nano on the Doomfist. A little brig counter stunned.
Almost got him. Almost.
Okay, Fox M, I see you. The teabags. Alright, so they know the Doomfist is going to be in that same spot. Question is...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they know.
And they're all going to walk up there. They're just going to run at him as 5. Get walled off, but that's okay. They still managed to make some space. And there's another big rampage, but this time the Kiri held onto the ult, and there's another May ult here. We do see the beat come out from Flame Chaser. It should be enough to keep his team in the fight. And there's a high noon from Liam Griffin, which not going to really get anybody. But you know what? It's a useful reload.
Oh, no, Phanto.
Listen, the Flame Chaser had to clean up. Not Flame Chaser, Iron Brew had to clean up. He is out for blood right now in this Junker Queen.
He is deep.
Yeah, he is real deep. He is
what a wall.
That is very bad. Flame Chaser is there, going to try and help his tank get out. Give her some speed, maybe. And there's a high noon. Looks like they're just going to hide from it as best they can. No kills there. Once again, very well hit from it. Down goes Bodangle, despite the healing nade from his Ana. And there's the Suzu coming out. It looks like that's going to... Fleeblebop ends up going down there. And there's a capture for Dirtman as Shaka Khan. He's just going to sit there in his ice block, and Liam Griffin and Flame Chaser are just going to do their best to bully the crap out of him. And there we go. And 3 minutes, 10 seconds, so not as much time as Fat H had going into this third point. But they're moving along pretty steadily here. We see Drunkrat swapping over to the Sojourn. I actually don't know if I'd like that swap. I think the Venture was working.
Yeah, I mean, Venture was doing a lot of damage, especially with those ultimates.
Honestly, I don't think that swap was necessary. But listen, if it works for you, then it's what works. We're gonna see once again the Doomfist punching all around and Meteor Strike coming in. Oh, see, Shaka Khan dies after using his ult, but it's gonna be enough. Bodangle is gonna go down. A Drunkrat already has Sojourn ult.
I don't feel like he was on it that long.
Yeah, that honestly, like, hey, Look at this. Cart is already almost there. I think Iron Brew's just got to play a little bit passive right now. He does the very opposite of that and just ults right into the enemy team. You know what? Listen, I appreciate the gumption. We're going to see what happens. Macho Man goes down. There's a big beat coming up from Flame Chaser. Down goes Bodangle. This is huge. It's actually a big pick taking the tank out of this fight. Down goes Fanto. Fleeblebop is still there with Shaka Khan trying to hang on. Shaka Khan has no ice blocks. They can focus him down pretty quickly. Liam Griffin pops the high noon. He's looking for a target anywhere. Down goes Fleeblebop.
Ooh.
The point touches, and that's map number 3 going to Dirtman. Folks, we have got ourselves a match.
They figured out something with the Junker Queen. I mean, that was working way too well for them against the Doomfist. I think they found maybe their key to victory here.
Look at that, dude. Honestly, Jabo, an absolute menace on Doomfist tonight. Definitely deserves the play of the game. And with that, we move on to map number 4. So our remaining options are Push and Flashpoint. So you're basically, you're kind of choosing your poison here. And I know most folks aren't exactly a fan of either map type.
It'll be interesting to see if they have any swaps for Dirtman here. I feel like Iron Brew is really working on him. The Queen there. And honestly, Flame Chaser Lucio was kind of putting in the work as well.
Yeah, we've got Macho Man swapping himself out, City Owl going back in for map 5. I think the move may very well be to put Iron Brew on tank.
Definitely for the series. I mean, he seems to know how he wants to play against the Doomfist, and it seems like his team's starting to really rally around him as far as shouting goes for the Queen shout. So maybe they found something there that works for them.
All right, well, we've got ourselves a match regardless here, folks. And by the way, my girlfriend DM'd me on Discord. Venture's ult is called Tectonic Shock.
Yeah, so, I'm not. I don't think I can say that. It's too big of a word.
Listen, if I can get Meteor Strike out, I can get Tectonic Shock out. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, a phrase, I guess, not a word. But, you know, same difference. Anyway, Colosseo is the pick. We're gonna find that map. Map. Colosseo. There we go. And I imagine Fat H is not gonna do any swappage.
Unlikely.
I think at this point they found their mojo. And let's see what happens here. Just waiting for the readies from both captains. We got Macho Man already in there with the R. You know, his team is just ready to start beating some people up.
Might see a comeback here. I mean, I'm excited to see if we get to a map 5, but...
Listen, anything is possible in the PMAOWL Overwatch League. We've had 3 maps already. And just when you thought Dirtman was out of it, they came right back and won rather decisively on Rialto there. So it's we've got a lot of possibilities on our hands here. See if Bodangle maybe does he swap off the Doomfist? Do we see any role swaps from Fat H? I don't think we will. I think that's probably going to be the lineup as it is, but there's still a lot that could happen here once Fat H decides that they are actually ready to play this next map here. Oh, by the way, got a prediction. And Dirtman winning map number 3. Love to see it. So the main... I think I would like to see Drunkrat go back to the Venture on this map. I think it'll benefit them a lot to have a Venture on Push. I think just in general, it's a character that does really well.
Oh
All right,
yeah,
here we go.
definitely. You get to high ground, you can move around extremely well. I mean, everything's basically in a straight line too, so your ultimate should be hitting almost L5 people.
And we've got a possibility we might see the Iron Brew Wrecking Ball in this map. Because this one actually is a pretty good Wrecking Ball map, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, there's a lot of swings.
Oh, yeah, and another fun fact I was just reminded of, this map was recently reworked, so all those awful glass panels are gone in the central section of the map here on Colosseo. And,
Well, also second bot progress. I mean, there's a way more open than it used to be. I mean, there's a lot more places to hide.
I don't think I've played this map since the rework, now that I think about it.
I know the first time I played it, I definitely was surprised how different it feels once you capture bot. I mean, it feels completely different as far as spacing and strategy, as far as where do you hide or where do you play. So it should be interesting to see what both teams come up with here.
Yeah, and having that mega health pack right next to the primary capture point on each side is huge.
Definitely game changer.
So yeah, no, Iron Brew's gonna stick with the Junker Queen. We've got the Sojourn, we've got Lucio, Cassidy, City Owl, and Miata. It's pretty much exactly what we'd expect here. And there's a nice early Suzu there from Fleeble Bop to help get his Doomfist out of a little trouble. He's gonna try and punch. Oh no, he's just gonna punch back to his team. Iron Brew and company trying to stage themselves for a little bit of aggressive positioning here as Phanto gets caught out a little bit, but doesn't quite get killed. Flame Chaser actually gets punched back here. And now the robot's starting to push forward a little bit, right? Oh no, Liam Griffin getting blasted in the back line there by Bo Dangle. Down goes City Owl. Looks like that push time is going to be short-lived as the rest of Dirtman falls, and now Flame Chaser trying to run away from this Doomfist. You see, okay, no, he does in fact make it. Barely. Oh my God. Very narrowly escapes with his life. And that's going to be, you know, pretty solid fight from Dirtman. I think they just, you know, they've got to, they have to commit first if they're going to win, because otherwise they wait too long, Bodangle commits, and then somebody dies. You see, oh no, Iron Brew going down early. That's going to really hurt. So Bodangle now just able to kind of cause a bunch of chaos in the back line of Dirtman here. Flame Chaser managing to get, actually got the kill credit for that, but Liam Griffin getting staggered there is going to hurt for Dirtman's ability to recontest here. They should, with Lucio speed, be able to contest before Fat H manages to get that forward spawn. But it's going to be tight. See if they can do the fancy little bridge spawn. You see the Hanzo coming up from Fox M. And then Flame Chaser is going to go ahead and touch. He goes down for it, but Phanto gets taken out as well. Just shy of the forward spawn. Now Liam Griffin goes down here. You see City Owl and Iron Brew trying to make something happen here in this little corner, but there's not much they can do. And that forward spawn is captured by Fat H.
I'm pretty sure Shaka just lived 4 queen slashes. Like I think I just watched that right. I think he just didn't die.
I guess between Phanto and Fleeble Bob, he's just had enough sustain. Little Suzu action here and there. You see the team now trying to walk in once again, and Bodangle just pushing them back. And, oh, there's the Suzu and the beat to counter that. And there comes a beat from Flame Chaser to keep his team in through that Doomfist ult. Liam Griffin's going to survive through that punch there. City Owl went down. And Iron Brew with a big axe kill there, getting 2. But it's not going to be quite enough. He managed to get 3. Oh no, Drunkrat way off the map there with that punch. And down goes Iron Brew finally. It was a valiant effort to try and stall, but they just weren't able to get enough picks fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like Bodangle's just a little bit faster on what he wants to do and deciding. It just seems like everyone else doesn't seem to know where they want to go or who they want to go for first.
Oh, Liam Griffin getting picked off early again. That's going to really hurt. You see Flame Chaser here with his other support and his tank trying to make something happen here. City Owl having to back up a little bit because right now her team just doesn't really have the numbers to contest this robot too much. They do actually manage to get a little bit of space here, and finally stop the robot's progress. Doomfist hacked and purple. If they can burn him, they might be able to make something of this, but they don't. Junkrat actually ends up getting power punch there. Now Flame Chaser's in a bit of trouble as he tries to run away from the Doomfist. And there's another powered punch, but luckily that doesn't find anyone. Here comes the Sojournal. This is definitely starting to look pretty tenuous for Dirtman. They're trying to hang on. They've got the Sojournal making some spaces. The EMP is going to get 2, but not enough as Shaka Khan gets the ult off and takes out Drunkrat. Bodangle managed to finish off Liam Griffin in his team's backline. Flame Chaser is there trying to stall, but not for long. The Nano coming onto the Junker Queen. Oh no, she gets stunned out of her ult. Oh, that is pain. What an amazing stun grenade there by Shaka Khan to stop that ult. Here's Flame Chaser again. He gets slept after booping Flame Chaser away from the robot. City Owl is there trying to hang on. Iron Brew on the hamster, just doing what he can to create space and bully people. Here comes the beat from Flame Chaser. Beat from Fanto also coming out now as Iron Brew just jumping in, trying to make something happen on this Wrecking Ball. And they finally turn the robot around. It looks like Iron Brew is going to get what he can here out of this. The Torbjorn managing to create a little space as well, but now Flame Chaser's out of the fight. And here comes Meteor Strike. Everybody trying to spread out, but City Owl is going to be the primary target, and down she goes. Now, once again, Iron Brew's there trying to hang on, but gets shredded between the Hanzo ult and the Doomfist, and everybody just kind of looking at him. Flame Chaser is there, stalling for dear life, gets punched off the cart, and that is going to wrap it up, folks. Fat H winning by a score of 3-1. A solid finish for their first game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a really good first game of the season. We saw a lot of different strategies, what everyone's kind of thinking as far as how the season's going to look, as far as what roles are we going to play. I mean, as far as these two teams are concerned, they're both going to come back stronger. I mean, this is a really good first game for both teams.
Yeah, I think Dirtman started to figure out their flow. They just need to perhaps work a little bit more on their coordination, and you know, it may just be a matter of shot calling. It's one of those things that's kind of tough to say when you're not sitting there in comms, but I think they had a strong showing tonight. They, you know, every map was relatively close, and I think they come back next week and they do it all again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all these teams were just recently drafted. You're starting to learn all your new teammates, all their names, how they play. I mean, by week 5 or 6, even week 2, they could be a brand new team. So it'll be exciting to see what they do next game.
Agreed. And I think with that, we will go ahead and close things down for tonight. This is Bang on My Drums for Slaying Beast and Fox Cumulus, and we'll catch you on the flip side.